Good afternoon, everyone. I am taking a little break. I just ate my brunch sandwich, and I thought I would take a little break and sit up here with little Lily Goat. She's all lonely. Are you lonely, Lily? So, anyway, I'm sitting up here, and my next round will be another freshwater round and then a fresh, cold, cool snack round. And then we'll do another one of those. Everybody's gotten their grains and everything this morning while it was still cool. And we're going to be doing bread with milk. We'll be doing, I've got some leftover cold chicken legs that the older chickens can pick on. I've got cantaloupe, watermelon, yogurt. I have some chilled boiled eggs. So everybody's going to get some really good snacks today. Solomon will probably get, I think he likes boiled eggs, or I might scramble him a few as a snack and let him get cold. He does like frozen hot dogs, and I forgot to get those out. So, yes, he'll have frozen hot dogs and scrambled eggs. Okay, so that will be their cold snack. Anyway, oh, and she will be getting carrot, blueberry, apple. What else? What else is that on there for you? I think that's it today. Blueberries, apple, and carrots. Unless you want a bell pepper. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of like the snacky thing going on to make sure that everybody stays cool today. Yesterday was Juneteenth, and I really wanted to do a video, but I was so hot, and I was just trying my best to make sure that everybody was surviving, and I was surviving. And by the time I would get to the house to cool off, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to go make another round. I could have done some videoing, but I was just like, you know what? I'm done. So we just managed to get through yesterday fairly well. Okay. But yesterday was Juneteenth, and I put on this hat. It says knowledge is power, and it has the continent of Africa on it. So I had bought it when Family Dollar was going out of business. I was like, oh my gosh. And I saw it, and it was like $1.50 or something like that at that point in time in the clearance. And I said, this would be perfect for Juneteenth. And so I wore it yesterday when I went shopping. And I did get one reaction. Other people, I saw them look up at it because some of it was just because they're used to seeing me in a ball cap and probably was like, oh, this is a new ball cap. Um, but one gentleman come walking down the aisle, and he looked so friendly and smiled. And as he got closer to me, he was still smiling until I saw him look up at my hat. Then he looked back down at me and just gave me like sourpuss look and walked away. And I'm like, really? But I really couldn't think about what it was wrong with this guy because I had forgotten what kind of hat I had on until I got into the car or the truck to do the receipt part of the video. Um, and I looked in the rearview mirror and I saw that hat on my head, and then everything kind of came to. So I was going to do a video about that because I thought it was just really, really horrible. Juneteenth is a very important day. And this is what's really killing me about this white Christian nationalist crap. It's killing me. Yesterday, not only was it Juneteenth, but it was the day that Louisiana Governor Jeff Landy passed that every classroom mandatory to have the Ten Commandments in them. Okay, guys, it's getting worse. Here's the thing that I see the conservative Republican parents at PTA meetings complaining that the schools are indoctrinating their children and causing them to become trans or gay, and it's all the school's fault. They're banning books. They're writing all this, don't say gay, do this, don't do that. And then yesterday they put the Ten Commandments, a mandatory law to put the Ten Commandments in every public classroom in Louisiana. Separation of church and state. Public schools are state. The Ten Commandments are church. If we teach our children faith in schools instead of science and critical thinking and facts, then we're never, ever going to be smarter than what we are out of the public schools. Do you get it? Here's what really makes me mad. You have science and you have faith. Science is schools, faith is at home and church. I would be very upset if I had that governor and I was in that state right now. I'd be very, very upset because this is absolutely going against the First Amendment. I am so tired of conservatives saying we're losing our rights. We've got a dictator for a president and government and this and that and everything. What rights has he taken from you that are complaining? What rights? None. What are they doing? They're putting church into state with this white Christian nationalist crap, and I've already done a video on it and how we're going to need more prisons. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Evolution is a fact. The ark is not a fact. Molecules, atoms, the solar system, learning the solar system, that's fact. Thinking the world is flat is fiction. Separation of church and state is being trampled on. This is a constitutional thing. This was the First Amendment, and it should be stopped. We need to not have church and state. If you want to pull your kids out of public school, take them out. Take them. Make your own schools. But you know what? The people that can't afford private schools, the people that don't have time to do the homeschooling because they have to work their butts off in order to survive, they need a school to send their children. They don't need a church to send their children for education. If you want a church to educate your child, then take them out of the public schools and either homeschool them or send them to a private church school. Because public school is no place for religion. Separation of church and state. First Amendment. What's wrong with this thing? I'm just saying. You'll have a great day. Hugs from a distance. And remember, knowledge is power. We want to teach actual history, science, not faith. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance.